There's this weird phenomenon of someone seeing you, thinking that you're the hottest human being alive, and chasing you. And the moment that you turn around and give them any attention, they evaporate. If you've ever wondered why this happens, I'm going to explain to you why I think this happens, what's happening in this dynamic, and then at the end, how to keep them. Now, just so you know, this is not going to be some kind of healthy relationship therapist bullshit. I'm going to give you the actual toxic advice on how to keep someone like that. Mainly because I don't really give a fuck about the whole healthy relationship dynamics. If something is fun, it's fun. If it's not fun, it's not fun. Sound good? Okay, let's do it. So, what is this scenario? I, for reference, had a little bit of a social media following for a while on TikTok. I've now kind of ported a lot of that to Instagram, and I've had several situations, maybe like 6 to 7 in the last 3 years, where someone has pursued me first. They've come on to me super hard. That's a woman. I'm straight. So a woman has pursued me super hard. This is gender agnostic. Oh, men can do this as well. This happens to women a lot too. Someone's pursued me super hard. They're super into me. They come on to me strong, maybe send me nudes. Maybe they're just like, using very loving language, very like sexy. They're giving me compliments all the time, whatever. And I turn around and I'm like, oh, wow. I'm surprised by them. I think they're kind of hot. So I break my rule and I'm like, okay, I'll pursue you back. And the second that you equalize that relationship, you let them stop chasing you and you pursue back a little bit, they evaporate. They disappear. They stop talking. They stop texting as much. Responses get slower and slower. All the relationship, all the amory, the love, the delight even drains out of the messages, and they go to texting you like you're a logistics provider, right? You're like, hey, how was your day? And they're like, great. Hope you're doing well. You're like, what the fuck was that? Right? What is happening? Well, let's talk about it. What happens is when you have a little bit of a social media following, this is more common, but this also happens in real life as well. You appear to have some kind of status. Now, men weight physical attraction way higher than women do in terms of status. So if this happened to you and you're a woman, this is because of status. If this happened to you because you're a man, it's because of probably your actual status, because let's face it, most dudes are pretty ugly. Just gonna be real with you, okay? But this happens more when you have a social media following, and this happens more on social media because of your aesthetic that you're projecting. When you project an aesthetic, you have created this cohesive, visual, and somewhat imaginative package for people to latch onto. They see your posts, they see what you're doing, what you're wearing, where you're going, and they build this little dossier in their head of who they think you are. And what happens is, for women or for people who are pursuing you, they build this little limerence file in their head, and they're like, oh my God, this guy would be perfect in my life. He would look so good with me. We'd look so good hanging out with my friends. My friends would think that I'm hotter for having this guy around, etc., etc., etc. Notice how I never said anything about you, okay? And I'm going to be harsh with you for a second. They don't give a fuck about you, all right? They don't actually like who you are as a person because, let me lean in, they don't fucking know you. They don't know you. They don't know you from social media, or if this happened in real life, they don't know you in real life. Okay, they saw you physically and they thought you were interesting and they started to pursue you. So, what is actually happening? So then you turn around, you accept their advances, you give them a little bit of an advance back, and they disappear, they evaporate. And you go, you just wanted me 2 days ago. What the fuck happened? Let's explain this. Why did this happen? Because here's what's happening. You have a little bit of status. We're just going to call it like it is. You have a little bit of status, whether it's looks, money, motion, you've got a business, you got a social media following, you got something going on right here. Okay? They see you as up here. You don't see that. Okay? It doesn't matter how many followers you have. You see yourself as a normal person. But they see you as up here, and they see themselves as down here. Now what happens? What happens is they put in a bunch of effort. They put in a ton of effort to try and get up to your level. At the same time, you see yourself as a normal person. And what happens? You see yourself as down here, normal person. You turn around, someone insanely hot, model, just whatever. They're cool. They're someone you're visually attracted to. They followed you on Instagram. They messaged you first, whatever. You see them as up here. You see yourself as a normal person. You don't see your own, you don't have your esteem, right? So you see yourself as needing to give them attention. You need to put in effort because for whatever reason, you feel like you are below them. What happens here? Now, I'm going to tell you. So what happens is they ramp up their effort to get you. You ramp up your effort to get them, and it kills the relationship immediately. In vitro, it is an abortion. You miscarry the relationship. How did you miscarry the relationship? I'll explain. Because the second that you turn around and you start giving someone a ton of attention back after they've been giving you a ton of attention, they immediately, their brain clocks that attention, especially if they're desirable in any way. And they go, holy shit, why is he giving me so much attention? And they have two possible reasons. One, you're actually secretly a loser and you give this attention to everyone. Okay? And they think, wow, he's a slut. And they stop liking you. Two, they think, if he's giving me this much attention after I thought that he was all that, maybe he's not as cool as I think he was. And then they stop. That sucks, right? Especially if you're not a slut and you're super picky, right? You're like, no, what are you talking about? I haven't dated anybody for 3 years. I turn around and give her a little bit of attention back and all of a sudden she disappears. What the fuck happened? What happened to me? Where did I go? Well, I'm going to explain how to keep them in just a minute. But first, let's talk about why this is happening. Now you're like, oh, this is already the why. No, the why is emotional. This is happening because they have a little bit of low self-esteem. And you giving them attention gives them a little bit of a self-esteem bump. They are often, this is going to be really rude, okay, and I'm sorry, they're often mentally ill. Okay, they have BPD, they have some kind of ADHD, they have something going on with them that has caused them to chase validation and dopamine. And you giving them a little bit of attention as a person of status, whatever that status is, physical attraction, wealth, social media status, whatever, has given them both validation and dopamine, okay? But if you give them too much, they are sated. They're excited, they're done, they're full. It's like taking them to an all-you-can-eat buffet when they wanted an appetizer. And then they are no longer interested because they feel like because you gave them too much attention, you lowered your own status. This is going to sound so red pill, but it's not, I promise. If you are a red pill person, fuck off. This is not for you. Okay, so how do you keep someone around like this and potentially keep them around for a very, very long time? I'm going to explain it to them. You need to be rude. Oh, well, you can't be rude to them. What the fuck? I'm a lover boy. I know you're a lover boy, okay? It's okay. I'm a lover boy too. You're going to have to starve them of attention just a little bit. You need to give them a drip feed of attention so they keep coming back, and you want to slowly addict them to your personality. If you give them what they are seemingly want right away, which is your full attention, they're going to disappear because they got everything they wanted. Okay. Now, is this the basis for a healthy relationship? Is this a basis for a white picket fence, 2 kids, a dog and a half, and a little house in the suburbs? No. Not maybe. No. This is not the basis for that. But if you want to have some hot Instagram model or whatever, if you're a woman, you know what? If you're a woman, just figure it out. You can transmute the genders in your head. Okay. This works for men and women. You can have some Instagram model or some hot Instagram goth girl or whatever paying attention to you long term by drip feeding them attention. If you give them too much attention, it's like giving a plant too much water and it kills it immediately. The reason why is because part of your appeal as someone who is high status, for whatever reason that they have decided that you're high status, part of your appeal as someone who is high status is that you are not available to everyone. Imagine if Hermes went out and started handing out Birkins to every single person on the street. How long would it take for a Birkin to lose its appeal? It would take about 10 minutes. Genuinely. Oh, is that one of the... And now at first it would be that type of Birkin. Oh, that's one of the Birkins that they gave away for free at the Hermes event in New York. It's just one of those. Okay? Doesn't matter if they go on and sell it for $30,000 later. It appears to be free. You immediately downgrade the importance of it. If you are someone with high status and someone has been chasing you and you give them too much attention right away, they are going to immediately, subconsciously or consciously, downgrade your importance in their head down to nothing. And then they are going to fade you. They're going to disappear because, and this is the other harsh truth, okay, and you're going to hate this. You're going to really hate this. Do you know why they ghosted you? Look at me. They ghosted you because they're chasing someone else. Oh no, is there a third party? Yeah, do you want me to pull a tarot card for you? There's a third party, okay? And I'm going to explain why. Because that other person is something new. They also have status and they're not giving them attention. Does this mean they're not coming back? No, they're not coming back. I hate to tell you that, okay? That's very unfortunate. Okay, you fucked that up. You killed that little pear tree. It's dead. It's not going to produce a pear. It's going to be a little stick, and you're going to sit in your living room watering that little stick like, whoa, please come back to me. This isn't a fucking cartoon. It's dead. It's dead forever, okay? Well, not forever. It's going to take, if it ever comes back, it's going to take a really, really, really fucking long time. And paying any attention to it at all, sending a message, hey, haven't heard from you. How have you been? Any attention like that is going to stomp that sapling back into the ground. So it's going to be a complete waste of time. So do not do that. Okay, so what do we do? So let me give you a quick heuristic guideline on how to make sure that you don't fuck up another one of these situations. Because you're probably being approached by someone that you think is really hot. You want to make sure that you don't fuck this up. Okay, and is there a possibility this becomes a healthy relationship down the road? Probably not, but it can be fun for the time being. How do we handle it? We handle it by treating them a little bit coldly. And here's the heuristic guideline you can use. If you are treating them at all like you are interested in them, more than just a little tiny drip feed, you're doing too much. If they come on to you, oh my God, hey, how was your day? You look so handsome. Don't be like, oh my God, baby, you look so beautiful today too. You're fucking it up. You are fucking it up. Instead, focus on being nice to them and letting them continue to step towards you. Okay? Keep stepping away, or keep that distance, and let them close the distance as hard as possible. Because if they feel like there is no distance left to be closed, they're going to disappear. There are people in my DMs that I'm 1 billion% not interested in. And I have more or less made that clear to them. And they continue to message me or flirt with me or whatever, when originally it was about my business. Message me or flirt with me or chase me or like all my stories or whatever. They've been doing this for 3 years. Will they get tired of it? No, they will not. For them, this is the fun part. Now, if you have someone that you like getting attention from, you can provide them just breadcrumbs. You need to breadcrumb them so they continue giving you that attention, so that eventually you can parlay that into a more long-term relationship. But it has to be slow. Your biggest enemy here is speed. You're going too fast. You're giving them too much attention. You're answering the messages too quickly because you are afraid that if you don't, they're going to disappear. And this comes from a root of insecurity. You, yes, you watching this, you are insecure. I hate to break it to you like this, but you are. You're insecure, okay? How do you get more secure? Stop giving a fuck. Anyway, this is what's through like 37 different video topics in one day. So let's recap. Recap, class. Raise your hand if you have the answer. When someone comes on to you really hard, it is because they see that you as a high status and they see themselves as a low status. You have bad self-esteem. So when someone who you perceive as having high status comes on to you, whether digitally or in real life, you come on to them super hard because you see them as having high status. It breaks the illusion. And no one on the planet likes someone with bad self-esteem? Nobody. Okay? So, how do you fix this? You fix this by continuing to see yourself as a high status person, letting them pursue you because they will not get bored. Let them pursue you and slowly ramp up that romantic interest. It is a slow burn. You're treating this shit like a 1-minute dynamite fuse when it needs to be like a fucking 6-episode K-drama where they touch hands at the end of the 4th season and it's a big deal. Okay? Was that clear? Let me know in the comments if this helped you. If it didn't help you, fuck you. I'm just kidding. Like and subscribe. Thanks.